What's cracking, fight fans? Welcome to MMA Fight Watch. Today I'm going to be talking about UFC 202's main event, Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor 2, and the decision. We're going to be looking at the stats and breaking down the actual scorecards from the judges, because a lot of you guys have been saying out there, Nate Diaz should have won that fight. He got shafted by the UFC, by the judges, by everyone. UFC hates Diaz. They love McGregor. They kiss his ass. They lick his fucking lucky charms. But I'm going to break into the stats, give you guys my opinion on who I thought should have won the fight. Don't forget to leave it in the comments, boys. Who do you think won this fight? Did Diaz get robbed? Should have McGregor won this fight? Should he have lost? Who did the decision go for? Was it a bit of luck on either way? Let's talk about it, and I'll give you my opinion, and we'll take a look at the sexual scorecards from the referees as well, or the not the referees, the judges, sorry, which can be pretty crazy sometimes. Okay, the three judges we have here, McGregor won by majority decision, which means not a split decision. I thought it was a split decision straight off the bat. It's a draw and 2 wins. So Jeff Mullen gave it to McGregor. Derek Cleary gave it to McGregor, 47-48, and Glenn Trowbridge gave it 44-47, for a draw. So that's very interesting there. We're going to break in the stats, and first of all, we're going to look at the total stats, and the first thing we're going to look at is the control. Diaz had a lot of control up against the cage, had McGregor in the clinch, up against the cage, a lot of control there. McGregor not much control time, just up against the cage as well. No one really had control of anyone on the bottom. McGregor with a massive 3 knockdowns. That's absolutely massive in the first 3 rounds. 252 strikes. Total strikes from Nate Diaz there. 197 from McGregor. 166 significant for Diaz. 164 for McGregor. So, a decent, plus strikes for Diaz there, that's quite a significant amount. Over 52, over 52 extra strikes. Out on the other tree there, over 55 extra strikes that McGregor landed. Only 2 more of them were more significant. Only one takedown right at the very last round, but that was a very significant takedown. And he did some ground and pound damage right at the end of the round as well. So that was a very significant takedown. Right at the end of the round, the end of the fight is probably the best time to get a fucking takedown for sure. And so, on the stats there, if you look at them total stats, you might say Diaz more strikes, McGregor 3 knockdowns, Diaz more control, very even significant strikes, one takedown for Diaz. So it's very even on the stats there. We're going to go down play by play, round by round, break them down. And I'm going to pop up the official scorecard up on your screen right now. Boom, there we go. So we can see the scorecard here. We can see McGregor is on the left, Diaz is on the right. Then we have the white, blue, pink, so the 3 different judges. So if you look at the first round, I can pretty much say that McGregor won that pretty easily. We've 10-9 all round there from everybody. Let's just check the stats real quick. 10-9s from each judges. As we can see, 1 knockdown from McGregor halfway through the round, 34 total strikes with 34 significant. So, a decent extra amount of significant strikes and total strikes and 1 knockdown. No control in the octagon there at all. So definitely first round for McGregor. McGregor got a clean sweep of the second round as well, where he landed 2 knockdowns, both early on, but he started to fade toward the end. And Nate Diaz did do some damage towards the end of that round, looked a lot better, and that did carry on into the third round. So the first 2 rounds, I have McGregor winning 10-9. I think all the judges have McGregor winning 10-9 over them first 2 rounds. So it's 20-18 after 2 rounds to Conor McGregor. So Nate Diaz has an uphill battle from here on in. But boy, does he start that well. Round 3, Conor McGregor starts to tire. He keeps hitting him with them leg kicks. Apparently, some point in the fight, McGregor broke his foot. So it'll be interesting to find out when in the fight that actually was, whether it was really late or whether it was before the third round, because that could have been the reason why he slowed down so much. But anyway, in the third round, Nate Diaz just starts landing strike upon strike against McGregor. Keeps pushing him back, pushing back. McGregor lands some counters, but he's not getting off like he did in the first 2. He's looking like he's gassing. Right at the end of the third round, he was up against the cage for the last minute, and I thought he was going to get finished. It looked like UFC 196 all over again. It looked like Diaz was going to come back after getting butchered in the early rounds and finish McGregor off after McGregor gasses a little bit. But McGregor managed to hang on in there. Definitely a dominant round for Diaz, and I definitely thought he should have won that. But on the judges' scorecards, oh fuck, we have something a little bit interesting. Boom, boom, there's the stats right there. 79 total strikes with Diaz. 37 to McGregor, 26 to significant for McGregor, 49, significant strikes in 1 round is pretty impressive. And as we can see in the scorecards, round 3 was a bit different from some of the judges. But my man Glenn Tobridge gave a 8 for McGregor, so he gave him an 8-10 round towards Diaz without McGregor ever getting knocked down. So that's a bit, if I see an 8-10 round, I want to see a couple of knockdowns, someone get absolutely dominated. I don't think McGregor got dominated, but towards the end of that round, he did get fucked up pretty bad. But I can't argue it too much. Both other judges gave it a 10-9. I feel like a 10-9 would have sufficed, to be honest. So, Diaz takes that round there. So now it's up to the next one. And the next one is when it gets interesting because Conor McGregor somehow, out of nowhere, when I thought he was done, comes back, gets his second win, and starts outstriking Diaz, landing some good combos, moving, walking away, getting away from Diaz, starts landing some more strikes, outstrikes him 56 strikes to 48, 36 to 46, significant. Zero takedowns, zero knockdowns, and I think he takes round 4, and that's when he wins the fight. He takes round 4. Somehow McGregor came out round 4, managed to dust himself off. He didn't, he got rid of the fucking fatigue that seemed to be there after round 3 and won the round that he needed to win that fight. Round number 5, it was also sort of even. If you look at the strikes here, Diaz came back at a little bit more as McGregor tired, especially towards the end where he had him up against the cage for the last minute. Then he managed to get that takedown, and for the last 3 or 4 seconds, he was unloading on McGregor when McGregor was on his back and in deep fucking trouble. But I don't think that 5th round was as dominant as the 3rd round. So I definitely couldn't see that being a 10-8 round anywhere, just a 10-9 on the cards. And let's check out the fucking judges yet again. My boys, the judges, the sneaky ass little judges. On the last card, as we can see, or the last round, sorry, we can see first judge gives it 9-10 to Diaz. Second judge gives it 9-10 to Diaz. Third judge gives it 9-10 for Diaz. So then, by the end, we total them all up. The first judge goes 47-47 because of that eight round, which kind of messed up the scoring there, so it would be a draw. Next round, Jeff Mullen goes 48-47, 48-47 by the winner by not split decision. I keep saying split decision by not unanimous. I keep fucking messing it up. The winner by majority decision because it's 1 draw and 2 wins. Majority decision was Conor McGregor because he won round 1, 2, lost round 3, won round 4, lost round 5. So he took the 1, 2, and 3. And in my opinion, before it even got called out on the scorecards, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was telling it in the chat. I was so nervous. I didn't know what way it was going to go. But I personally thought that's the way it should have went, and that's the way it went. McGregor did look so good. He got 3 knockdowns in them first 2 rounds. Looked brilliant. Leg kicks was just so good. 3rd round, he completely bombed. Diaz was all over him. 4th round, he regrouped, got back, and then slightly beat Diaz. Not like majorly beat him, but, got the better of him in the 4th round. Then lost the 5th. Stayed in there, survived. And I think he wins it by decision. So, very interesting fight, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments. Who should have won? Did the judges get it wrong? I think they got it pretty much right. There's been a lot worse decisions in the UFC than this fucking fight card. I can tell you that right now. And what a fight card it was. UFC 202. Absolutely amazing. Better event than UFC 200 in my opinion. Tell me in the comments what you guys thought. Holy shit. Absolutely epic. Cannot wait to watch some of these fights back. Maybe McGregor Diaz fight of the year. It was a balling fight, man. Both guys put their fucking lives into that fight and both guys were willing to die. Happily enough, none of them did, and we came out with a sick fight. And I'm a bit of a McGregor fanboy, and I did throw a sneaky bet on him, so I'm happy that it fell to the side of McGregor and not to Diaz. So, guys, tell me in the comments what you thought of the judges and all that shit. And thanks for watching this video, and make sure to stay subscribed to MMA Fight Watch for sick MMA videos. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.